I will sing, this is the day that the Lord has made. I will rejoice, for he has made me glad. He has made me glad. Oh, he has made me glad. I will.
And the problem that happens is that the evil ones, yeah, they want to show how many people they have misleaded, or and that's why you have those different kinds of feasts like Sanheim, Christmas, and many other feasts that makes us being preoccupied. So everyone needs money. Like in Africa, for an example, it's like you will have a lot of corrupt police officers, many corruption in every office, just because people want the money so that they can buy some things for their children, so that they can buy some things for their children. And that's why yeah, a lot of things happens in this time. That's why be careful. Don't argue with someone. If you see that there is a problem that you have with someone, just calm down and try to resolve it slowly and with love, because people are very aggressive in these times where we go. I will still have an YouTube healing and delivery session that I will do like every end of the year. I haven't announced it yet. I don't know also when I will start it. I have some new news for you guys. Before that, yeah, I hope you're doing fine. Yeah, again, yenge, yenge, yenge. Today we're gonna learn who the king of the north is. Normally we wanted to enter into prayers like last week. Um but yeah, we're gonna pray tomorrow. News. I'm working on, yeah, if the most of the people do not know, we here in Angola, we built the Beulah house so far, a great part of it. And there is now a room, a smaller room, because we don't have a bigger room there that we're gonna use for uh prayers, assembly, and stuff like that. Normally assembly, because of Africa, is always a thing, but it's not so far also. It's like because of security reasons and stuff like that. We want to start very small, having an assembly. This assembly will be the same assembly that we have here, but now we want it to be professional, having a room. Like I told you, I came here to Angola to do the Most High's work, but I took my time. So everything is in the hand of the Most High, not of man. I can have plans, but the Most High is telling me what is right or not, or what time. So in Angola, we gonna have now a room. This is where we're gonna start teaching, but also doing the spiritual work. And now I want to go a little bit deeper and teach also the local people, but not only that, but also show the diaspora now the strength of the spirit, which means we're going to use vates. We don't have mediums. There's a difference between medium and vate, but if we go deeper there, many people will not understand now, as long they themselves haven't had the experience of the spirit. Yeah, the spirit must be always among us. Like you can read in the Revelation 12, hear the voice of the spirit. Hear the voice of the spirit is not the pastor or an elder. It's a vate. Yeah, it's someone that is near you and speaks in the spirit. Yeah. So in this assembly, I have to start learning that. We have to go deeper. This will bring us to another dimension. It's a nice room. Sister IkekeR also told me to ask for help for that. If someone has some $20 or $10, You can donate for that so that I can make the room as nice as possible, paid for the internet and stuff like that. I have to train the youth because most of them are young, you know. I have to train them first before they will be ready to go to the world, and we have to be ready. I have to train them first. This will take a little time. It can be, but in the beginning of next year, that we're gonna have a place where people can get their healings. People can get anointed, like getting their deliverances, baptism in the ways like prophecies will be given to you through YouTube, not like you have known before. Like, oh yeah, I have a dream about Puff Daddy. No, not that way. It will be like very tough things that will happen, that will come to us through this. I have decided to start with it, you know. I have tried a lot of things here in Angola, and I have seen without the Most High, I can't do anything. Just let the Most High do his, let me do the Most High's work first before I do mine. And this is my job, and I know it will work out. So, brothers and sisters, do you like the idea to have an assembly in Angola?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
IkekeR, hallelujah.
People can attend on Zoom.
IkekeR.
So people can attend on Zoom, right? Very nice.
Yeah, people will be attending this on Zoom. This is it will be something like Psalms 110. This will be something like this youth will be prepared to speak. They will have translators there, people that will help the diaspora with different kind of things. Vatis will be there with healing and all this kind of things. Yeah, it will be something complete. And it's always good because we're gonna hear the song we're gonna sing in Kikongo. It will be translated into English and stuff like that. Then when we are praying or when we teach, then you're gonna see the spirit popping up and saying things that we might need to hear from the spirit. So I'm preparing them. I'm preparing this youth. It will be completely different. I think the time has come to do that. I have them ready. They are really ready, but I always put them by side because I thought that the time hasn't come to do that. But now we're gonna start with it slowly. So it will be like a Portuguese Angolan thing. On Saturday, it will be like a Portuguese Angolan translation. In the beginning, it will be a little bit tough. Maybe later we're gonna have a like in the church. I was once in the church. They had some earphones or something like that, so you could hear directly if someone is speaking Portuguese, and it was translated to another language. And if you're speaking English, it was translated to another language automatically. This was nice. Everything slowly. The most important is that we become familiar with the spirit of the Most High, because many people are still not understanding that we have to worship the Most High in spirit and in truth. And you cannot just pray to the Most High without knowing what the Most High is telling the assembly or each one of us. Because each one of us is a star, and his star or his plant or his tree must bring fruit thereof. So we have to know what kind of way we go and what we're doing next, what will come next upon us. And to bring more people in the midst of us. We are now not many. We have to bring more people in. We have to become like hundreds or of people following the Most High's ways. It's better. Be good. Now all this comes through the spirit, because if people are not motivated, it's like sitting now at home and watching videos, and just not coming 1 hour for prayers. It's because they are not motivated. Even if I'm going out to go to drink my wine or to sit there to talk about business, if it is Saturday, I'm sitting there to pray. It's a fact. Then after that, you can go doing whatever you want to do, but feed your spirit, feed the Most High. Okay, the last time we talked about the the coming events in the earth. That's what the most of the people do not know, that things are happening very, very fast. And today, that what we need is today that what we need is options. Okay, options. Most High is literally saying that we need to have our clothing in one place and in place A and place B. So if something happens in place A, we can go to place B. If something happens in place B, we can go to place A. Something like that. And in this moment, the Most High is preparing his people for an exodus. Yeah, people might not know that, but this is happening already, like it happened in the time of Noah.
Noah.
Like it happened another time.
Moses.
Egypt. When again?
Egypt.
Egypt.
When again? Where else?
Where else?
Babylon.
Sodom and Gomorrah. It happened in the time of slavery. When they came, we fled to the mountains and stuff like that. Yeah. We prepared for Exodus, we prepared to flee. Yeah. And the Most High is preparing us for that. And in these preparations, the Most High need options. We need options. What will we do? Will we go to Zambia? Will we go to Zimbabwe? Will we go to Tanzania? Will we go to South Africa? But is it just fleeing to South Africa? Fleeing to the Ghana? No, that's the problem. And today we were gonna understand a little bit more about the plan of the Most High. The plan of the Most High is to build a kingdom. A kingdom means you have here a family of Sister Kim and her family living here, having farm, they are farmers. Then you have the shoemaker family, couple of kilometers away. Then you have another family in, just let me, no, so I can't show everything, but let me show it when the website is done. Then you will see that it's like a complete plan. People have animals, the other ones have industry. Okay, this is the Most High's plan for the children of yisela'yah, the chosen one. Yeah. So now we want to know what will happen with the north, what will happen in the west. Yeah, let's say like this. Yeah. So let's just pass this things here with the Egyptians. We're going to come to that very soon. First of all, let us read from here. Yeah, Elder Trey, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, we can start from here.
Okay. And Tatanzambi said to Massa, said to Aaron, stretch out thy hand with thy staff over the rivers, canals, and marshes, and let frogs come over the land of Engipiti. And Aaron stretched out his hand over the waters of Engipiti, and frogs came up and covered the land of Engipiti. Then Tatanzambi said to Massa and to Aaron, fill your hands with soot from the furnace. And Moses threw it up to heaven before Pharaoh, so that it will spread dust all over the Engipiti, and scars will break out on the people and on the cattle throughout all the land of Engipiti. And they took soot out of the furnace and stood before Pharaoh, and Massa threw the soot toward the heaven. Then bad smallpox broke out on the people and cattle. Heavy hail. And Tatanzambi said to Massa, stretch out thy hand to the Zulu, and there shall be hail upon all the land of Engipiti, upon man, upon beast, and upon every crop of the field, the land of Engipiti. Then Massa stretched out his staff to the heavens, and Tatanzambi sent thunder and hail and fire and shot down on the earth. So the Tatanzambi caused hail to fall on the land of Engipiti, and lightning flashed between them. And the hail was heaviest than it had ever been in all the land of Engipiti since the people lived there. And the hail smote all that was in the field, man and beast, throughout all the Engipiti. and scattered every plant that was in the field and broke every tree in the field. Only in the land of Goshen, where the insular they were, they did not rain. But if you refuse to let my people go, behold, tomorrow I will bring locusts into your territory, and they will cover the land so that it cannot be seen anymore. And they shall eat what is left of you and is spared from the hail, and they shall eat every tree that is budded in the field. And they shall fill thy houses and the houses of the nobles, and all of Engibity as thy fathers and thy fathers' fathers have not seen from the time that they were on the earth into this day.
Do you guys remember, brothers and sisters, that the Most High said that the time that we're going to, it will be even worse than Sodom, it will be even worse than Egypt, it will be even worse than any other, exodus or, disaster that happened to us. It will be like, fire will fall from heaven, and he said it will be very, very bad. It will be the worstest from all judgments that happened before. So, brothers and sisters, everything that Massa did in the time of Egypt happened to us already. If you go to Google, you will see these animals eating. Do you see that? These animals eating there in Pakistan, all the vegetables, even here in Africa in some places, everywhere the animals dying, the animals in the water dying. We have the fishes are are running out. We are running out of fish. The forest burning. So, and the Most High is saying this is just the beginning, because I will gonna show you something, because that happened in the Egypt, because the Pharaoh already said to the children of Yisela'yah, you can't come out. This is what Brother Denham said the last time. What is when these people say you can't go out no more, you can't leave no more, and this will happen. Yeah, they will say, wait a minute, where do you want to go? You are American, you are Chinese. When did you treat me as a Chinese? When did I become now a Japanese? No, you are Japanese. You have to stay here. Where we fall, you fall. And before something happened, we have to go first and you at last, because these things are happening because of you. And they know that it happened in Ukraine. The black people and in Russia and everywhere, they have to go at last. They will have to be the last coming out. Because of what? Because they know if these people leave, my country is gone, like Nineveh. The Most High is saying, hey, I will destroy Nineveh. Repent. If you do not, I will destroy it. But now people have to be found in Nineveh. People have to be found in Babylon that serve the Most High. If they do not serve the Most High, if everyone does not serve the Most High will bring the judgment upon this people. And this is the problem that we're facing. As long you have some people doing the Most High's work, the Most High will have mercy and still try to save some of our people and some of the people that will follow us. But if there is no one that is found among us, like a city, that is a problem. He said, if two are on the field, one will die and the other one will be saved. Go ahead, Yaya, reading.
Let's see. All right. Then Tatanzambi said to Massa, stretch out your hand to heaven, and there will be darkness in the land of Engibity so that it can be grasped. And Massa stretched out his hand to the heaven. There was such a thick darkness in the land of Engibity that 3 days that no one could see one another, or could go from where he was for 3 days, but in Zola they had light in their homes. And the word of Tatanzambi came to me, Ben on moon, to set thy face towards God, to the land of Magog, toward the prince of Rosh, Meshech, and Tubal, and prophesy against him and say, okay.
Listen carefully, yeah? Stretch out your hands to heaven, there will be darkness in Egypt, right? Okay, no problem. And now, hasn't happened yet, yeah, right? But now what happened is that the Most High say, Son of Man, yeah, set out thy face toward Gog and the land of Magog. Do someone know where the land of Gog and Magog is today?
Ukraine and Russia.
You see? Very good. This is here, the rush. Can you see the rush here? Meshesh, Tubal. We're talking about, I even can go here to Google children of Japheth, right? These are the children of Japheth, right? So let me just find some fake maps, but it's better than nothing. It's good if they themselves. Here we have Tubal, Meshesh, Magog. Can you see that? We know that they put Cush here and they put Cush here, Ethiopia, and Ethiopia here, and it's very good for me because the kingdom of the Babylon, the Genesis 10, Nimrod, the first hunter, the Ethiopian, his kingdom was huge like that. That's why you have Cush here, you have Cush here. All this was ours. There was no Arabian, Ishmael. All this here was ours here, was from the Ethiopia. Ethiopia itself wasn't called Ethiopia, it was called Cashapph. Cashapph itself was upside down because the rivers goes back down and it doesn't go up. Yeah, you can't say that the river here in the, the Nile River, yeah, goes up. How can the river go up? So it has to go down. Okay. Another thing, the ocean in Africa on the left was called Ethiopian Ocean, not Atlantic. It was Ethiopia. Cashapph was the Congo region, and the Nigeria there was an upper Ethiopia and the southern Ethiopia, which is Cashapph. Yeah, only for you to know. But we're not there. Okay, that's what we want to know is what you see by what the Europeans. All Europeans know that. Goma, Ashkenaz, and all these gangsters, Europeans. And Magog, Meshesh, as you can see, Tubal, these people are at war. And now listen carefully what the prophecy will say. Brothers and sisters, are you still here?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yenge, yenge, yenge.
And of course, that map is still a big lie because they forget what happened with Peleg. All smushed together.
Yeah, that's all smashed together there.
Yeah.
But we know where, yeah, because all the maps that they put there will show you the same thing, yeah? Like, yeah, that's, it's all pushed together, but it will show you, yeah, a little bit where these people were. Japheth, here's the map again. Here, they put Magog here, Madai, Gomer, yeah, so they did their best, yeah. They did the best, yeah. So Meshesh is here. They're just missing Ashkenaz and stuff like that. Okay, all praises. Okay, yeah. Go ahead.
Okay. And he said, and you will come from your place from the far north, you and many peoples with you, all riding on horses, a great multitude and numerous army. And you will come up against my people and slowly like a cloud to cover their land. At the end of the days, it will be that I will bring unto my land so that the nations will know if I prove holy to you, O God, before their eyes.
So now, to understand, yeah, in another way, we have to know that the West is fighting against the East. Then what happens here today is that the resources that the West have, they received it from the East, the most of the resources, like gas, oil, and like coal and many other things. They receive it from the East because the East is still more near Africa. So the thing now that is happening here is that the West and the East will go against each other. There is nothing, it must happen because of natural resources. In the 1800s, when they came to Africa to divide Africa, that what happened was, they divided Africa, the Europeans, so that they do not fight each other. But now today, it is like, there's not so much more to take in Africa because the Africans themselves, they woke up. Now, war must come. That what will happen next is that you will see the king of the north, yeah, which we're gonna understand who he is. It's we can say Russia. He himself is fighting now against Americas, yeah, and the America, they won't win the war. They will not win that war. At last, it's the Russian and the Chinese that will take over. You can continue reading.
The important thing may not be knowing exactly who Gog or Magog and his hosts are. It's important to know that Tatanzami will eventually restore Nzolele against all odds. This shows that Tatanzami does not forsake Nzolele, even though the people themselves have forsaken Tatanzami. Tatanzami remains true to his promises, even though Nzolele has been unfaithful, say theologians.
This is what this is what the theologians say, right? That's why I say put there, this is what the theologians say. They're like, no, it's solely we don't know where it is. Yeah, according to the theologians, like it won't be the Israel that they will go through to fight. Yeah, because the fight will happen there with against Israel too, because it will be like this Israel, what you see today, it will go to war, the West will go to war, the Russian, the Chinese, and all of them. But at last they will go to war against Israel, but it won't be this Israel there, because this Israel will be the one that will go to war against us. But this is the time where we're going to be in the land. It's like we're going to flee. And here you can read Daniel 11:40-43. Let me put it here.
Okay. At that time, I'm going to change it to the KJV. Sorry. What is it? 11:42. And at that time shall the king of the south push at him, and the king of the north shall come against him like a whirlwind, with chariots and with horsemen and with many ships, and he shall enter into the countries, and he shall overflow and pass over. He shall enter also into glorious land, and many countries shall be overthrown, but these shall escape out of his hand, even Edom and Moab and the chief of the children of Ammon. He shall stretch forth his hand also unto the countries, and the land of iniquity shall not escape. But he shall have power over the treasures of gold and of silver, and over all the precious things of iniquity, and the Libyans and the Cathiopians shall be at his steps.
So, as you can see, there is a prophecy, and this prophecy is telling us very clear that Mr. Russia, yeah, this is just the beginning. Okay, he will take over. The Most High will give him the power, yeah, to be strong enough to take over all this East. He and the Chinese, okay? It will be like, you know, people will fight with him, yeah, and they will go even up to Egypt. And everyone that will not hear, yeah, will be fought by them. And the funny part is, we have forgotten the Muslims. Yeah, because the Muslims will play their part. That's why you have the Libyans here, the Ethiopians here, the northern part of Africa, the Muslims, they will also prepare for war. And there, we as the children of the Most High, we have to be in our place. We have already to know where to go, how to worship. We have to prepare ourselves. And that's why you see that the Most High is doing things very, very fast. Very, very fast. We cannot just wait and think it won't happen. Every year is a risk. Every year is the risk. Because also the king of the south shall become strong, yeah, as well as one of his princes, and he shall gain power over him and have dominion. His dominion shall be great dominion, and at the end of some years they shall join forces. For the daughter of the king of the south shall go to the king of the north and make an agreement, but she shall not retain to power for her authority, and neither he nor his authority shall stand, but she shall be given up with those who brought her, and with him who begot her, and with him who strengthened her in those times. But from a branch of her roots one shall arise in his place, who shall come with an army, enter the fortress of the king of the north, and deal with them and prevail. And he shall also carry their good captives to Egypt with their princes and their precious articles of silver, gold, and you shall continue more years than the king of the north. With other words, what happens here is, when the north, the king of the north is called the Russian area there, Gog and Magog, the king of the south is now called who?
Nebuchadnezzar, Babylon.
We are calling it's America.
America, yeah, Babylon. Mystery.
It's America. Yeah, when you hear a war, a woman, it's always, they call it always America. Yeah. So they're in fight with each other. So as someone can understand the prophecies here, it's like, you know, it's like this thing has begun and it won't end. And this revelation of Ezekiel that happened before will happen again. Yeah. Good. You can read the whole chapter, Daniel 11, to understand very, very well. Yeah, what will happen? Let's just jump to this part here. Okay, great. Now, go ahead, Yaya. Wait a minute, let us first. Exactly. The north and the south kings continue to measure your powers. Go ahead.
What period of time will Daniel 11:40 to 43 describe, and what happens during this time? Daniel 11:40 through 43, this part of the prophecy gives an overview of the time of the end. It describes the rivalry between the north and the south kings. As Daniel predicted, the king of the south engaged in a showdown with the king of the north in the time of the end. The answer of the Bible. The Bible describes events, conditions, and behaviors that would mark the closure of world systems or the end of the world. In the Bible, this period called the last days, time of the end, or end times. prophecy about the last thing they found. Wars around the world. Yesiah predicted nation will rise against nation and country against country. A similar thought can be found in Revelation 6 and 4. It speaks of symbolic horsemen who represent war and rise out to take peace from the earth.
Okay, and this is where we go. So this is where we go. So everything comes at once. Do you remember in your life when something bad happens to you? It happens at once. One thing happened, then another thing, then another thing, then another thing. Okay, no one would be now coming now here. Oh no, tomorrow it's going to be better. Forget it. We need options here now. We need, we have to build up now from this chaos. He said, when this chaos is happening, we are building from there. This is where the Most High will start shining and doing his things behind their back. Yeah. And what is happening? Everything that happened in Egypt will coming now to us again, like full time. What happens? You can write down the scriptures, by the way. I think now, if someone comes and say, oh, no, you guys are Bible crazy, because we have a lot of people, they're like, no, I don't believe in the Bible. The Bible's written by the white man and blah, blah. Okay, but why do all these kind of things happen that is written in the scriptures? We have to be very, very careful, because yes, we know what kind of damage the scriptures has done to us, but we also can see that things that are in the scriptures are happening and already happened. And there are some options, there are solutions that the Bible gives, what will happen, what we have to do. So if you tell me now that you know what we have to do, maybe I will follow you and reject everything that is written. But because you don't have any options, why should I follow you? Okay? And just believe in the world. No, I believe that the Most High's word is in the scriptures, but the scripture is not the Most High. Okay? This Most High is bigger than that. You can find him in nature. You can find him in the creation. And if we can learn from everything that is outside and also in the scripture, there is a part of it. There's the word of the Most High is also in the great scripture. Like if my father say, don't do that and that, it's like the Most High is also telling me what to do, because the Most High is spirit. Now, should we reject knowledge again? I don't think so. And we can see that all these kinds of things are happening. And what is the solution? The solution is not to wait these kind of things to happen. How many people in this moment know what to do? Let me just ask. Who can tell me what we have to do against all this? If people really know and understand the scriptures, they will give me the answer. Okay, bro, Tracy, open.
Well, this is the time of, if you remember when we were in Gipiti and the angel came and gave the instructions on how to prepare yourself in your house. Well, of course, we're not slaughtering any lambs this time. It's a preparedness time to keep ourselves prepared for movement to when we need to go. Because essentially what you're seeing, and it's funny because that volcano that just erupted yesterday or this past week, if you look at what the name means of the Tonga was like the friendly islands. Well, now the world is not so friendly anymore because we're getting ready to go to war. And so essentially we have to now pay close attention to instructions from the Malekis. We must now pay attention to those who are guiding our way back to Tatanzami, because more and more things are about to escalate. I mean, it's not a mistake or a coincidence that Kim Jong-un starts firing off all kinds of missiles during these war games in North and South Korea and the US, okay, because he will be connected to the King of the North. Same with China. So this is all going to be playing out this role in the coming events that we must be prepared for spiritually, because we're going to have to be saved spiritually through the Mwanda Velada.
There is a serious Game of Thrones, King of the North. Yeah, the King of the North, he will play a great role with the Arabs later. With the Arabs, okay, they will beat up the West. They will beat up the West, the Arabs. They will come. Now at the moment, these Arabs want to join BRICS. Yeah, these Arabs want to join BRICS. Yeah, let me show you the prophecy of the Arab here. If there is also not written horses, because the Bible is not up to date, we shouldn't forget that. Oh, what is this? So the dragon of the north, or the dragon of Arabia, the dragon of Arabia, is it like this? The end of days. Yes, second Esdras. Yes. Yeah. Because they're still fighting against Russia. They're forgetting these people here. The nations of the dragons of Arabia shall come out with many chariots. And from that day, they set out their hissing shall spread over the earth, so that all who hear them will fear and tremble. If you go to the Quran, yeah, because the devil has his prophecies and the Most High has his prophecies. The Sharia, the end of the day, because they believe in the end of the day, they believe that the Christians will fight against the Muslims. They believe on the Antichrist coming. The Muslims do it. The Christians do it. Yeah, they just give them other names. All of the people believe on the Armageddon. All of these religious people believe in the end of the days, fight, war. The Muslims coming and fighting against the Christians. The other one, Gog and Magog. We're going to this Bible verses very soon. The Muslims, they say they will come with black, like they will wear black clothing, black masks. How do they call this name? The last day of the fight of them. They have a name for that. No, Armageddon is Christian. They have a name for that. Yeah. And in this day,
Jihad? It's the war of the Dajjal. The
Dajjal.
Yeah, the one they called the Dajjal.
Yeah, exactly. It's the Dajjal that will lead them to this fight. Yeah. Yeah, but there is a name. They have a name for that. And they will come with black horses. Like, let me just put Muslim, black horses, end fight, or world end fight, world war, or something like that. Okay, they're coming with this kind of things. This is Osman.
Do you see it? It was Rush. It scroll up, it had the word.
Really?
Rushidan or something like that.
Yeah, so they believe that they will come with black horses, but they won't come with black horses. They will come with normal guns. There's no, these black horses just symbolize pestilence, violence, Sharia, and all the things that it will come with. So the battle of so I knew this before. So someone is just someone's connection is very bad. It's just going in and out. But okay, let us continue. So the Most High is saying, that famine will be a part, the thing that will come, earthquake, diseases, crime and violence. You have Revelation 11 and 18, which is environmental destruction. Yeah. Then decline in value. Okay. I think everyone knows what all this means, right? Which means predicted humans will destroy the earth. This happens in very different ways, not only through violence and corruption, but also through ruthless treatment of nature. Decline in value is, the Bible says in 2 Timothy 3:1-4, It's about the social system, about society. General people will be ungrateful, unloyal, and this is what is happening already. You can't trust no one no more. You give some things to someone, and then he's not giving it to you back. Or maybe he himself, he met some people that fooled him. You know, it's like you can't trust no one no more. And it's just the beginning, because the cash of the people is going low. So whom do you want to trust? What kind of thing, which kind of business can you do that can give you money, instant money, without any violence, without any problems, so that you can do your life? And this kind of opportunity is getting low. Why? The biggest of the biggest companies, they had shut down. So if they can't regenerate themselves and become great again like yes they was before, so how can you and no one that had just a little money there become great as them? And now this is where the Most High comes and say, look, you're chairmen and CEOs and all of them. You were the guys that lead the world and merchandise everything and make the businesses. Now it will be our turn. And this is where I tell you guys, brothers and sisters, it's not about running away from the West. Okay? Because Africa is still worse. It's about going somewhere where the Most High Spirit will be present. Because from there, like Simon Token and all of them, they went to the Congos at that time to take something from there so that they can go to their countries again and do the work. Which means you need a place where you can have. That's why also the travel, the trip that we're gonna do in the Bakongo. We need something that we can take from the Most High, like in Kisi, like a power, where we can now come with our economy, building houses, protecting our people, new teaching, new prophecies, stronger man, and etc., etc. So the Most High Spirit must now come forth, so that we can get now our wealth from our earth by the Spirit, teachings by the Spirit, everything by the Spirit, which means now you're going to see evil and spirit and the Most High Spirit clashing against each other. And you're going to see it very soon. I'm going to prove it. So that thing that would break up families, everyone knows. You can have someone here among us, he don't talk to his family. He doesn't speak to anyone. Yeah? It's like, oh, my mother? No. She want to steal my money. You know? So this is not okay. In the eyes of the Most High, a church starts with the family. But if in the family you have a lot of problems too, which means we need light in this family. Because sometimes, I will tell you, sometimes it's like this, that you are put into certain conditions, places, so that you can bring light to this family. There's some families, they're born to be sorcerers or dying persons, but maybe they put you there. Maybe you're there for a reason. Maybe you are married to someone for a reason. Maybe all the kind of things. There's a reason behind it. And that's why we need the Spirit here in this assembly, brothers and sisters. Now, because many people do still not understand the things, oh, just teaching. We need the Spirit to answer us, to tell us. Okay? Let me just show you the Bible verse, quickly, because I just wrote today it's here about the about the water and the mediums. I wrote it today, everything that is needed to say about that part. But let me just show you Revelation 1 or 2. Let me get to 2. So he speaks about the things that the church is doing wrong, yeah, in Ephesus. And then he's saying very, very clear, always to the angel of the church in Smyrna, right? Okay, so for someone now that understands the thing like he wants, he will be like, yeah, there was a church in Smyrna, in the Ephesus, and there was an angel that was teaching them. Okay, did you ever see an angel or what? Okay, I don't think so. But you have. Maybe it's your husband. Maybe it's someone near you. Maybe it's your mother. Maybe it's your father. And that's the angel. Okay? Okay. So
that's why we're Ricky Congo.
Exactly. The angel speaks and says, hey, everything that you guys have done here today, you will see in 3 days, you're going to see members coming from far and coming to visit your assembly. You're going to see in this trip, you're going to see some elders. They're going to come from there and you're going to meet this. This is the manifestation of spirit that must come back, brothers and sisters. It's time. Okay? You will see it everywhere. He says, hear the voice of the spirit. Yeah? I also give that one the morning star. Whoever have ears, let them hear what the spirit says to the assembly, brothers and sisters. Oh no, Jesus must come from heaven. No, the spirit comes down there where you are. And this is our spirituality. We run away from it, and that's not okay, brothers and sisters. Anyway, let's pass this part. We have to stop the religious hypocrisy, just to be moved by words, just follow what we want to hear. No, we have now to start hearing, like America today is seeing, hey, look, hey, you are the children that is lost, that came from Africa. You are the one. Oh, really? It's me? Oh, so it's not only because it's you, but now do you know, because it's you, yeah, the adoption is yours, yeah, like here when we go to Romans 9. Do you know what kind of things you have to do? Oh no, I'm the one. No, the Holy Spirit, I have great sorrow and unceasing agony in my heart, for I could wish that I myself were cursed and cut off from Christ, or for sake of my people, those who are of my own race, the people of yisela'yah, the chosen one. There is an adoption to sonship. There is a divine glory, the covenant, the receiving of the law, the temple worship, and the promises. Theirs are the patriarchs, and from them is the trace of the human ancestry, Massa. Hallelujah. Which means we are not just the people like that to sit and wait. When will the bomb drop, and when will they come with the army? No, with other words, you are supposed to work and do your job, yeah, so that we can save the whole world. Yeah. When the one is saying, oh, we are the Jews or whatever, what did we do? Okay. The one we have to build the tabernacle, that we have to go into politics, the politics and religion must become one. We have to know science, astronomy, physics, medicine. We have to go back into unity. We have to know our ancient past, which is the social system. We have to bring the balance again. Yeah. So the better understanding of biblical prophecy, this will come through the vate, this will come to this will come through the Spirit. The Spirit will start teaching us more about the prophecies that will happen and manifest. We know that it's even said that in the Babylon, in the West, people will start prophesying in front of the nations, and the nations will start killing us because of our prophecies. You have never seen in Africa someone really start prophesying and doing miracles like Jesus did in that time, or Isaiah, or the prophets, the apostles. When this starts happening, brothers and sisters, it's like a war against the political system in Africa. Because the political system in Africa, the most of these pastors and all them that work with them, most of them, they do it because of money. But now you have someone telling us the full truth, who we are. Now you go to Zimbabwe, someone is saying, we the house of stones. That's the name of Zimbabwe. This is what we did. This is who we are. This is where we came from, blah, blah, blah. And pulling out the scriptures, doing miracle works. Then pray for that brother. What happened to Stephanos when he starts telling them that the Most High is not in churches? The Most High is the Most High can't be put into a church. They stoned him, right? They finished him off. That's why you see me, Massa, not going outside there. Oh yeah, I know, putting miracles, and no way, because it's my death. Everything has its time, okay? Okay? So we have to understand this. And the people will preaching Isaiah or the prophets, and the prophecies will be fulfilled. Then again, the 7 plagues in the apocalypse. But then we have here Badul Sersto, those people who do the mark of the beast. The seawater becomes the blood and death for all the sea creatures. Can you imagine? Rivers and sources become blood. Yeah. Brothers and sisters, we have a real problem in our ocean. I don't think that the spirits of water will let this just happen like this if we are finishing off all the fishes in water. You know, I don't think that they will be like, oh yeah, just finish us off. I don't think that. Yeah, I don't believe that. Yeah, so what will happen is a revolution. Water will come. We can see what is happening in some areas, you know. The water will come to fight. Okay? The sun scorches people with great heat. Brothers and sisters, do you know why the people went to Caucasus and they lived for years in the mountains? Because of heat. Plagues in Egypt, the people start having these monkeypox and heat. And white people are like, no, we came first. But in these days where we go, in the next 5-10 years, they will be like, oh my goodness, I wish to be black. And all this just because there's some people doing some crazy stuff and not telling us who the Most High really is. But in this moment, we don't have also someone that is strong enough to come and show us really in peace and love and in power and manifestation of the Mwanda who the Most High is. We don't. It's not even me. We don't. It's not there. So which means no one knows. We are just following pieces of the Most High. Just, you know, every puzzle, everyone that says something that's good, we follow. And then we have to see the manifestation of the king of the beasts that become darkens. Darkened, with other word, war. Yeah. Darken means the light of it will not shine no more. It will become worse. And then we have the drying off of waters in certain places. And then the greatest of everything, you're going to see the mountains melting, mountains moving like it was before. That's why you see the continents are separated, because the continents once were all together. But the mountains will start, and people will start falling into the fire down there. Okay. Okay. So, brothers and sisters, again, Son of Man, yeah, it's not only the Isaiah. Son of Man is everyone that has an anointed in the ancient path or today and have seen the Most High. And the word of the Most High came to me, thus says the Son of Man, set your face against Gog and Magog, against a prince of Rosh, Meshech, and Tubal, and prophesy about him, and say to the Most High, behold, I will to you, Gog, prince of Rosh, Meshech, and Tubal. Okay. Good. Let me show you the other prophecy very quickly. Let me stop this. Prepare the songs, please, so that we can go to prayer. Going to yield 3. Okay, if we go to yield 3, in those days and at the end times, when I restore the fortune of Judah and Jerusalem, I will gather. You see, when I will restore. Don't think that he won't. He will restore, brothers and sisters. One kingdom ends and another one arises. So the Spirit will be among us and do a lot of things. We have to believe in that. When you know that you're a lion, and now a lion that has no tooth, what is this for a lion? Oh, I'm a lion. But you have no tooth, you can't bite. You give him a piece of meat in the mouth, he's like, It's time to take it, to take his fake teeth, to put it into his mouth so that he can start eating again. And this is who we are. We have to become lions again, not only by word, but by actions. So he say, I will gather the nations and bring them down to the valley of Josaphat. Yeah. There I will put them on trial for what they have done to my inheritance, my people, because they scattered my people among the nations and divided up my land. Yeah. Which is, the African country and everything, because like I told you, even the Asia was ours. They cast lots for my people and traded boys for prostitutes. They sold my girls with wine to drink. This did not happen to the Middle Easterners, the Ashkenazim. Never. If not, the Ashkenazim wouldn't talk to Arabia. They wouldn't have anything to do with Russia. They wouldn't have anything to do with the Greeks. They wouldn't have anything to do with the Romans. But they are best friends because it didn't happen to them. It happened to us. Now, what have you against me, Tyre and Sidon? He's talking about Tyre. I made a video about it. It was Palestine, Tyre, the ancient Tyre. Just let me show you Tyre and Sidon, okay? This is Tyre. This is Sidon. He is Lebanon. Here are the Middle Easterners. Okay. So he's talking about all this region here. Let me show it to you bigger. Where's the map? Okay. Here, Palestine, Jerusalem, Tyre, which is the ancient Phoenicia. That in an ancient time, North Africans, people from Ham. All this era, up to the western part, war. And those people are what? Muslims today. Muslims. They will remember, This Israel, what have they done to us? Look at this. I'll show you something. What goes around comes around, brothers and sisters. You can believe that or not. The coming final battle. Yeah, Hamas. Yeah, they wrote, they know it. Every Muslim, many Muslims anticipate that the end of the days is here or will be here soon. Okay, this was 2012. 4 countries, Middle East, North Africa, South Asia. Half of more Muslims believe that they will personally witness the appearance of the Mahdi. In Islamic eschatology, the messianic figure known as the Mahdi. Okay, so it is like it is, brothers and sisters. So if war happens, you have to be in your corner. Okay, you have to be in your corner. Who is your God? Okay, who will protect you? Okay, you have to know where to go. Okay. Now, when we move on, where is it? Bro, you all. Exactly. So he's saying you have Tyre, Sidon, Philistia. Are you repaying me for something I have done? If you are paying me back, now he will tell them the story, what will happen. I will swiftly and speedily return on your own heads what you have done. For you took my silver, my gold, and carried off my finest treasures to your temples. Mecca is built with our blood, by our blood. Okay? They went to the eastern part of Africa, taking our people, dividing us. You sold the people of Judah and Jerusalem to the Greeks because they showed the white people, the Greeks, the Romans, and all of them, how to fight us. Then you might send them far from their homeland. See, I'm going to rouse them out of the places to which you sold them. You see, people in America today are like, oh, let me just see the club. But tomorrow, these people will be an enemy. Okay? To the wicked, okay? And I will return on your own heads what you have done. I will sell your sons and daughters off to the people of Judah, and they will set them to the Sabaeans and nations far away. The Massa has spoken. He did not finish there. Assembly, do you sleep? No.
No, we're
Hallelujah, Campbell.
Sleep. Do you really think the Pope is saying that to his people that what will happen?
Oh no.
And they know that.
Coming.
Their names is written there, the Greeks and everyone. These are these people. It started with Alexander the Greek, then it went to the Romans to take over Egypt and all this Arabic nations there in the Philistine, and today they became all Muslims. They went even up to the Sudan, we became Muslims. Now, proclaim among the nations, prepare for what? War. The Moses is saying, prepare for war. No problem. Now he's saying the most important things, rouse the warriors. Let all fight. Men draw near and attack. Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. With other words, the whole world will fight. It's not like, you can see what Russia is doing. They are taking everyone that is a man or a woman. You have to go to fight, to war. Maybe because if you're a baby, you can't run. Maybe then you can escape. But a 5-year-old child can take a gun, okay? You just show him don't shoot to his own people. That's it. Don't shoot your father because he didn't give you a bomb. No, but go there is your enemy, okay? Which means everyone need a gun now, because what does he say? Let the weakly say, I am strong. It's not about, oh, America, I have the atomic bombs or whatever. They will be like, what? Who are you? I will come for you. And do you know what the funny part of all this is? Many of our people will fight for America. Many, and die. Okay? Because the Most High said, I will bring them together so that I can make Babylon to fall. Brothers and sisters, believe me, America won't win that war. Come quickly, all you nations from every side, and assemble there. Bring down your warriors. Let the nation be roused. Let them advance into the valley of Joseph, for there I will sit and judge the nations from every side. Can you imagine, brothers and sisters? Yeah, where we are, in which kind of conditions and problem we are. That's what we have to tell our brothers and sisters. It's not about or being someone living in China and Europe or whatever, than going to war for these people. It doesn't make any sense. Yeah. We have to know that the Most High is our Father. He is our King, and He put us here. He gave us the priesthood. He made us to become angelic beings, light, soul. We are not supposed to kill just like that. We don't go and just in the army, oh, I will fight for America, I will fight for Russia. It doesn't make for which flag do you fight? How can you do that? Who told you to do that? It doesn't make any sense. Okay? The Most I give these people, the Most I gave them everything. Everything that they wanted, He gave it to them. Everything. They took it by force. They could do better. They could do better. They had enough time to do better, but they did not. So it's our turn now to be wise and not to put our hands into a shame, into blood again, because in their lands blood was found. Yeah. Okay, that's it. Let us prepare for prayers. Prepare yourself. We have some questions.
I do have one question, brother. Just real quick. So when you talked about the period when, so we are going to be soon going into the period where He says the pure scriptures will be taught and then the end shall come, correct? That's where we're at?
Exactly.
Okay.
Which means, very good, very good. Which means we still don't know how the Most High Spirit works. Why? Because it was demonized. It became a manifestation of demons. We know that over all the years, our forefathers had worshipped the Most High, and some others haven't. And it does mean, yeah, that today, because we became Christians or Muslims, that something changed. Still today, it became even worse. We do not have any connection no more to the Most High, but some of our forefathers before, they had the connection to the Most High. But we today, we don't. What is the connection to the Most High? The Most High, when you go to Psalms, yeah, when you go to Genesis, He say, let us create man in our image, which means all the hosts that heavenly beings, they live among the humankind. The spirits of manifestation of the knowledge, wealth, strength, like powers like Solomon had the knowledge, the other one Samson the strength, the other one could have the power of miracle, the other one, could speak with the animals. Our forefathers did it without doing any sorcery. But now today, we cannot even build a tent. I can now take one of us, dropping him one day in the forest of somewhere, not even 1 hour later, he will die because he can't feed himself. The first thing that he will do is taking some food somewhere and eating it and poisoned. This is crazy. Okay, which means we lost the connection to the Most High. The Most High is not among us. No, he also said it very clear. I will not be with you guys. You go fight, you go to slavery, I won't be there. And it's not like, oh, we became Christian that the Most High is there. No, the Most High is not there. He's not in Christianity. Forget it. So we need the Most High back. Okay, we need the Most High back. And for that, we have to learn how the Spirit works. That's it. Yeah, when the Spirit must come in truth, huh? Yeah, in truth. Okay. Tomorrow is prayer. The people that will come will receive some instructions, yeah, so that they can do it always, yeah. I won't repeat the sessions, right? Which means it can be that I will repeat some things, but not everything. So if someone doesn't come to one session, he might ask someone else what we have done in the session before. Okay, I'm gonna teach you there how to pray, yeah, if you lament, like if you want something, how we do that, yeah, if we want something. I can tell you a very short story to that. There was a time the president of Angola, his name was Neto. He was killing a lot of tourists, and they want him very often. And then they said, okay, that guy is really coming for us because he's killing us without us not doing, we are not doing anything, we're just praying. What happened next is that they started a fasting. And they knew that this fasting would finish this guy off, okay? Which means this was Simon Toko fasting. It's not the fasting like today, please help them. No, it was a fasting like finish him off. And in the second day, that's it. Okay, this is how it works. Huh? These prayers you lay to the ground, and you have the right scriptures, you have the right instruments. You pray, it heals also. Yeah, there are some sicknesses. You need earth for the people that have the earth element, by the way. Yeah, it's earth. But you're gonna learn some more than that. Go well.
IkekeR.